Welcome to Fire Army. When the alarm bell rang, without a moment's hesitation, we rushed into the sea of fire. Fire crews were dispatched to a 2.5-story home at 300 Cedar Avenue around 10 p.m. Sunday after receiving a call about a fire. The Lang Hong Middletown Fire Chief confirmed the fire and established Parkland Command. After deploying hose lines and assisting other crews, the fire was extinguished within half an hour. All residents and a dog were safe, and a firefighter was treated on the scene for minor injuries. At 2:15 a.m. Tuesday, a large fire broke out at a home under construction at 3332 East Columbia Street in Lehigh County. The fire spread to the entire first and second floors, forcing firefighters to use multiple hoses to extinguish the fire. The fire was brought under control after more than an hour and no one was injured. The home was later demolished with a bulldozer. On the afternoon of Friday, August 12, 2022, a major fire broke out in the warehouse of a wholesale flour company in Hostelweg, leaving 2 firefighters seriously injured and hospitalized. The fire resulted in a gas explosion, injuring 2 firefighters. Los Angeles firefighters responded to a fire at 1800 North Wilton Place in response to a 2-story abandoned craftsman-style home. Upon arrival, they found heavy smoke and flames and launched a frontal attack, but were forced to take a defensive approach as conditions deteriorated. After the fire was brought under control, they returned to the hard-to-reach areas and were able to extinguish it in 50 minutes with 70 firefighters. No injuries were reported and the cause is under investigation. On Saturday morning, a house fire at 119 Union Street started on the first floor and firefighters had to attack from the outside due to hoarding conditions inside. During the firefighting effort, an air conditioner fell from the second floor, hitting a firefighter. The fire spread to the second floor and into the roof, killing 1 victim. The fire was brought under control at approximately 8 a.m. On the morning of December 24, 2024, a Ford Mustang traveling at high speed in fog in Oceanside, CA, went off the road, hit 2 electrical boxes and flipped over. The driver was extricated and taken to the hospital, his condition unknown, while the crash caused a power outage in the area. Police are investigating the possibility that drugs or alcohol were involved. Firefighters rushed to Johnson Road and deployed the first hose as heavy smoke billowed from the house, which was burned by a faulty wood stove. The second alarm was immediately raised and water trucks were called in as there were no hydrants in the area. After about 2 hours, the fire was extinguished, but the house was completely destroyed.
Engine 3, engine through. We're going to pull inside. You're going to knock down the outside.
On August 13, 2016, Stockton firefighters responded to a fire in the 2000 block of South San Joaquin Street, where the fire spread from 2 adjacent units, the roof, the backyard, and to a neighboring structure.
Your hose for the backyard. Engine 5 on scene.
Engine 5 on scene. Battalion 1 will start PG&E.
Firefighters deployed attack hoses to extinguish the fire, but were hampered by the complex structure.
Go ahead and leave the channel arm on there.
10-4, I'm on. I'll be back on line PD.
The cause of the fire is currently under investigation. At 7:24 p.m., a major fire broke out at a factory at the intersection of 2nd and Buttonwood Streets, with flames shooting out heavily and visible from a distance. Initial fire crews, including fire trucks and ladders, arrived on scene and were confronted with intense flames in the large factory. The alarm was raised to level 4 as crews continued to battle the fire, which spread to an adjacent warehouse and threatened the row of houses on 2nd Street. Firefighters quickly extinguished the fire and prevented it from spreading. Fire crews responded to a fire alarm at 766 Shrewsbury Avenue, Tinton Falls at approximately 1:30 a.m. Upon arrival, officers discovered a fire which was upgraded to a second-degree fire. The fire started on the 2nd floor and spread to the 3rd and 4th floors, but was brought under control thanks to the quick efforts of fire crews. There were no civilian injuries, and some firefighters suffered minor injuries. The cause of the fire is under investigation. Early Tuesday morning, a fire broke out in the 300 block of Washington Street with heavy smoke and flames. Firefighters quickly brought the fire under control, saving several pets and sending residents to the hospital for smoke inhalation. At approximately 4:15 a.m. Thursday, March 12th, Lansford Police reported a fire at an apartment building in the East Ridge Street unit in Lansford, PA, Carbon County. Police said the fire had started on the second floor and quickly spread. The fire was upgraded to a third-class fire and required additional emergency assistance.
Alright, they got smoke showing from the garden apartment still.
At approximately 2 p.m. in Ocean Township, Monmouth County, New Jersey, a major fire broke out in an apartment with initial reports indicating that a child was trapped inside. Police and firefighters quickly rescued the child and took both mother and child to the hospital with minor injuries. Firefighters extinguished the main fire on the first floor, treated smoldering spots and ventilated the building. The cause of the fire is unknown, but it is believed to be gas-related. At 10 a.m. on December 25, 2024, a third fire broke out at the former In Cahoots Club on Mission Central Road, San Diego. The cause of the fire is unknown, and firefighters are working to prevent the fire from spreading to neighboring buildings. The structure is currently a total loss, and fortunately no injuries have been reported. The Metro Arson Strike Team, MAST, will continue to investigate the incident. At 8 p.m. on June 21, 2024, Richmond firefighters responded to a large fire at an abandoned industrial building that spread to the Trestle Bridge over the Fraser River. Thick black smoke was visible from across the area. The fire destroyed both the building and the bridge, but did not spread further. Crews worked through the night with the assistance of the Vancouver fireboat. There were no injuries and the cause has not been determined. A shopping center caught fire in broad daylight, originating from a large warehouse. The blaze spread rapidly, nearly consuming everything despite the efforts of the Jacksonville Fire Department. Accessing the fire site was challenging due to the flames being pushed back and forth between the front and rear by a partition wall, combined with stacks of cardboard boxes that fueled the fire's resurgence. Fortunately, all residents had been evacuated from the building, and no injuries have been reported as a result of the incident. The Contra Costa County Fire Protection District responded to reports of a fire at the 100 block of Cottonwood Common in Brentwood. As firefighters moved to the roof, the flames broke through before they managed to gain control, limiting damage to the initial property.
We're in Brick Township. We just launched the drone. They got a fully involved boat here on the dock.
At around 9 a.m., the Brick Township Police Department received a report of a boat fire at 435 Princeton Avenue. The caller stated that the boat carried approximately 60 gallons of fuel.
All right, we're here in Brick Township. This is on the Minnetonka River. They got one boat at the end of the dock, in the dock slip.
First responders confirmed that the boat was fully engulfed in flames at the end of the dock near the boat lift area. Units 21 and 22 were dispatched, along with fireboat teams.
They got water on the fire.
Fireboats from teams 23 and 22 operated on the water, with the NJSP Coast Guard also present at the scene. An ancient-style house on Lake Road in Cramahay Township unexpectedly caught fire. Efforts to extinguish the blaze became increasingly difficult due to insufficient water supply. A large pond located about 500 meters from the house posed additional challenges for the firefighters. After several hours, the fire was fully brought under control. Unfortunately, the house was completely destroyed in the incident. Firefighters are working to extinguish a blaze engulfing a house on Logan Run in Eleanor. The cause of the fire has yet to be determined, but it appears to have started inside the home, which has been completely destroyed. Fire crews worked diligently to prevent the flames from spreading to two neighboring houses. Fortunately, no injuries have been reported, but the property damage is extensive.
All right, we're here in Wall Township. They got a working car fire here on the Parkway. Mercedes-Benz on fire.
Just before 6 p.m., Monmouth County 911 received a report of a vehicle fire on GSP. The fire raged from the engine compartment.
Everyone's out of the vehicle. 8902 is out with it.
Unit 52278 arrived first and immediately deployed hoses, quickly extinguishing most of the fire. At approximately 11:30 a.m., a car repair shop at 3220 Mount Chunk Road in North Whitehall caught fire.
Couple cars here to control traffic so we get established.
The flames originated inside the building, prompting police and firefighters to respond.
1631 is going to be here for 2221 is coming in here. 2221 hit the hydrant.
Officials reported that nearly 40 firefighters from 3 local agencies were required to bring the blaze under control. Materials inside the building, including tires, made the fire difficult to extinguish. After nearly 30 minutes of intense effort, the fire was ensured to be fully contained. The Los Angeles Fire Department responded to a structure fire at 9100 Omilveny Avenue. Upon arrival, crews found a 2-story house engulfed in flames with thick black smoke. Firefighters quickly launched an aggressive attack to contain the fire. The blaze primarily affected the second floor and spread to the attic. A neighboring house was at risk but was successfully protected. After more than 30 minutes, 38 firefighters extinguished the fire, with 4 individuals treated for smoke inhalation, non-life-threatening. At around 2:30 a.m. on January 10, 2020, Los Angeles Fire Department Task Force 66 was dispatched to a trash fire at the 1900 block of West 71st Street. Task Force 66 served as the primary firefighting unit, extinguishing the blaze in 20 minutes without injuries. The cause of the fire remains unknown. Within minutes, firefighters established lines and began extinguishing a blaze at what was believed to be an old repair garage. The fire spread unexpectedly, and crews accessed the flames via a vent on the second floor. The detailed firefighting process was captured on camera. After nearly 3 hours of intervention from multiple angles of the building and roof, the fire was fully contained. No injuries were reported. At approximately 2:30 a.m. on February 15, 2023, the Anaheim Fire Department received an emergency call about a house fire at 2536 East Virginia Avenue. When the first units arrived, they found a garage fully engulfed in flames and thick smoke. Firefighters acted swiftly, extinguishing the fire within 15 minutes, though part of the blaze had spread into the house. Unfortunately, a car and trailer in the garage sustained damage. Thankfully, no injuries were reported. Would you have the courage to tackle fires alongside these vehicles, not knowing when they might explode? This is the daily reality faced by firefighters, whose primary mission is to extinguish flames, minimize damage, and save lives.
Hey, I got this car over there too.
Their relentless dedication and tireless spirit embody true bravery. At approximately 4:30 a.m., the Lakewood Police Department requested Engine 5 to respond to a fire at 357 Squoncombe Road, which was characterized by heavy smoke and flames coming from the second floor. Engine 5 quickly deployed water lines and began attacking the fire, but after realizing the size of the fire, they requested a second alarm. After approximately 30 minutes of fighting, firefighters brought the fire under control with the assistance of 3 ladder trucks and multiple fire hose lines. The cause of the fire is currently under investigation. By 9 p.m. on July 24, 2024, the park fire in Chico had grown to over 2,000 acres, trapping hundreds of residents and vehicles along Cohasset Road. The fire started as a small grass fire around 3 p.m. and quickly took over the town's exit. Fire crews are working to reach the area, and the use of National Guard helicopters to evacuate residents is being considered. At 10:36 p.m. on December 24th, the Riverside County Fire Department responded to a single-story house fire in Winchester, where a victim suffered burns to 30% of his body. The person was taken to a hospital for treatment. The cause of the fire remains under investigation. At 12:41 a.m. on January 25, 2022, Anaheim firefighters extinguished a fire in a building that includes a garage and apartments. The fire affected 12 people, one of whom suffered smoke inhalation and was taken to the hospital. The cause of the fire is under investigation. On the afternoon of April 12, 2021, a large fire broke out in the 2100 block of East Sycamore Street in Anaheim. Firefighters responded to 3 alarms but had difficulty gaining access due to the heavily stocked conditions inside the home.
Some pictures from over the fence, that's where they're all at.
Due to the intensity of the fire and the roof collapse, firefighters were forced to go into defensive mode and spend more than an hour extinguishing the fire. The cause of the fire is under investigation. At approximately 1 p.m., a fire broke out in the area of Mary Ann Forge Road, Pemberton, New Jersey, in the Brendan T. Byrne National Forest. As of 7 p.m. on October 16th, the fire had grown to 35 acres, was 60% contained, and was not threatening any structures. NJFFS crews continued to process and patrol the scene, and the cause of the fire has not been determined. At approximately 12:30 p.m. in Jackson Township, Ocean County, a car crashed into an electrical box, causing approximately 30 gallons of fuel to leak and ignite. Firefighters evacuated a nearby building and controlled the fire with foam after the power was remotely shut off. Hazmat was called in to contain the spill and no serious injuries were reported. Early on December 26th, a fire broke out in the 5900 block of Sepulveda Boulevard in Van Nuys, Los Angeles, destroying 5 vehicles behind a car dealership and threatening a nearby public storage building. Los Angeles firefighters battled the fire from the parking lot due to difficulty accessing the scene. The cause of the fire is unknown and no injuries have been reported.
74, can we get LAPD for preparedness?
In the early morning hours of October 3rd, 2020, the fire department was able to contain a 1.5-acre wildfire in Mission Hills that was discovered at 3:45 a.m. on Arleta Avenue near the Ronald Reagan Freeway 118. Within 40 minutes, we had the entire fire contained, completely stopping the risk of further spread, and we're in a safe containment phase. Fortunately, there were no injuries, while the cause of the fire is still under investigation.
474, can we get LAPD for repair natural?
In the early morning hours of October 3rd, 2020, the fire department was able to contain a 1.5-acre wildfire in Mission Hills that was discovered at 3:45 a.m. on Arleta Avenue near the Ronald Reagan Freeway 118. Within 40 minutes, we had the entire fire contained, completely stopping the risk of further spread, and were in a safe containment phase. Fortunately, there were no injuries, while the cause of the fire is still under investigation.
If you find these stories about the bravery and dedication of firefighters meaningful and inspiring, don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on the next miraculous rescues. See you in the upcoming exciting stories.